Hey Koreadoptees, it's me Kristen and I am back with a new video. It has been a couple weeks since I posted anything. Now I have been filming in that time, but I really wanted to wait and get a little more content so that I can start getting some videos out for you. Today's video is a super exciting video because shockingly my AncestryDNA results are back. This is really exciting news because I have been eagerly waiting to know what I am. Now, I've already looked at the results, I won't lie, so I know kind of everything, but I thought I would go through everything with you and just kind of talk through all my results, talk to you about my thoughts going now that I've done the process. And yes, I would also like to make a note that there is a large acne on my nose. Ignore that, please. It's really gross. I would also like to make a note that I just got back from a bachelorette party this weekend, so my voice might sound a little rough because I have been out doing things. And yeah, let's get into this video. I don't want to wait too long because there's a lot of information for you guys. Let's jump into it. So this is going to be interesting because I'm kind of working on my computer and my microphone and my camera. I gotta fit this all together. But this is, oh my gosh. And now there's a leaf blower outside. It's just great. It gets better. Hopefully you can't hear him, but I'm just going to keep talking over him because I want to get this video filmed. I got my results back in a lot quicker time than I thought. I'm not sure the exact date, time, but I'll add it up here. But yeah, I was waiting and I thought these results were going to come in the first week of September, but they came the middle of August, which is crazy. They came so fast. Now, I think I talked in the last video, maybe, that I pretty much thought I was going to be fully South Korean because that's what I've grown up knowing. And surprise, surprise, I am not. I'm mostly South Korean, but I've got a few things mixed in. Now, I've read and seen videos from other Asians doing these kind of DNA tests, and I've heard some bad things about them, that they're not very culminative for Asian Americans and Asian people. And for me, I feel like I found that a little bit. Now, AncestryDNA likes to talk a lot about how they have a lot of different regions, so you can really go in. And I have had family and friends take these tests who are from European descent, and they just have so many regions to kind of delve into and see how they became who they are. But North and South Korea were all kind of combined into just one region. So when I found out that I was Korean, I mean, obviously I couldn't find anything closer or more specific. It just said South Korea. So it was a little bit of a bummer, but it's a little bit to be expected. So I'll just go into my DNA results here. I might do a screencast if I can figure out how to do that. But when I first go into my ethnicity estimate, it comes out that I am, drum roll, I am 80% South Korean, which is kind of crazy. I really thought I would be 98 or 96, but yeah, I'm only 80% Korean. Now again, this is just all they have is South Korea, so I don't exactly know more about that, but that is the bulk of my DNA. And then the last 20% are going to be 18% from Japan and 2% from southern Japanese islands. Again, these, I can't really go into specificity on those. All I have the information about is Japan and southern Japanese islands. When I click on kind of my breakdown percentages, I can read a little bit about the variance in the results. However, yeah, that's literally the 3 percentages that I got. So it's broken down into just basically 2 countries, which pretty much what I expected, just Korea and Japan. There was more Japanese DNA found than I expected, and I can actually go down and do an ethnicity inheritance. I guess this is a new thing that just got updated in AncestryDNA, where they will basically show me the breakdown of which parent gave me what. Now again, I'm adopted, so it's going to be a little more difficult to differentiate that. They only show parent 1 and parent 2, so they don't even give me maternal or paternal distinctions. They just say parent 1 and parent 2, but I'll break those down with you. For parent 1, it looks like I got 48% of my 80% Korean from parent 1, and I got 2% of the southern Japanese islands from my parent number 1. So those have slight variance obviously to them, and on AncestryDNA, the website, it does say inheritance is random. So, you know, all my little DNA dividers kind of just are a big jumbled mess. For parent 2, that basically means that I get all 18% of my Japanese background from parent 2, and it looks like I get 32% of my Korean heritage from parent 2 as well. So really interesting. My parent 2 had a lot more Japanese in it than I expected. That is basically the kind of percentage breakdown for me. Now, I wish there was a little more specificity, like I said, but I can't say that I'm surprised. But yes, next I want to go into quickly my DNA matches. Now, this was something that was even more exciting for me, just because, again, I have no blood relatives that I know of. I am adopted. I got no information. So I just wanted to see if anything came about. Now, when I went into DNA matches, I'm not going to show this like the screen, obviously, but I got one extended family match, and it looks like this person could be my second to third cousin. It looks like we share 105 CMs. What is CMs? Oh no. And from that, it says AncestryDNA basically gives us possible DNA relationships. So it breaks down kind of like, this is the percentage of what you could be related and the likelihood of it. So it's debating that we are probably second to third cousins, which is pretty close. Now I have like a billion extra matches that are considered distant family, and the highest one is like 28 CMs. So we don't actually share that much DNA, but there's enough that we could be possibly related, which I think is really interesting. Now, I haven't reached out to this extended family cousin. Again, they are like my second or third potentially, so I don't know if I will. However, it is nice to see, and I actually do feel like there's some similarity in the way I look. Now, this is just could be me reaching, but I'd like to think that potentially there's maybe some visible resemblance. So yes, that is pretty much all of the AncestryDNA information that I have. Now, AncestryDNA is a really cool site because obviously you can go and kind of try to figure out your family tree through records and documents that are public. So I'm currently doing a trial where you can kind of have access to those documents, and I have been kind of looking around, putting in any information that I know from my records, as well as trying to connect the dots if I can from the DNA information, but that's still kind of early on in my journey of finding. I am really excited to have a little bit more information about myself. Of course, I wish that I could have more. This does make me curious about 23andMe, so eventually I feel like I might dabble in that just to see how I compare results wise, because obviously these are all estimated results. Theoretically, I'm 80-20 Korean Japanese, but 23andMe might give me different results, and I just still, of course, want to keep doing my due diligence and researching myself and my story. Eventually here, I think that I will start searching a little farther, but it was a nice fun step to kind of dive in and look around. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this video. There wasn't a ton of information, but there was It was also a lot of information, but again, this is a really anxiety-inducing journey, but it's also a really exciting journey, and I'm really thrilled to kind of have this starting piece of information about myself. When I first went into it, I wasn't sure how emotionally I would feel about everything, and it was a lot to take in, but I feel like with these DNA tests, you're kind of getting this just step into the world of learning more about yourself. For any adoptees who are thinking about doing this test, I really recommend it, just because even if you don't get a lot of information, and maybe people don't want a lot of information, you still get a little piece of the puzzle that I feel was really satisfying. So yes, in the next few weeks, I will hopefully be getting more videos out on writing and on all the things that I've been doing hobby-wise. But for now, that is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time I see you. Okay, bye guys.